Oh. Just made a 99 overall. Man, 99. Oh.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the
okay.
NFL brings us to the city
Wait, now we see. And we see who you're rooting for. And we see who you're rooting for. Oh, Wallace! Where's McVay? Oh my God.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy
creatine! Creatine!
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense.
Throws it, and it's caught. Aguilar goes for it, and he might score. Yep, touchdown. There we go, baby! Lock at 56. Why aren't you moving to the right? It's not good, not good. Why aren't you open? I should just ran it. Here we go!
They'll be led by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
Now, he wasn't playing that last game right here on Earth, was he? I mean, there's just no way. I mean, that performance, that number of times getting the ball into the end zone, throwing it.
No interceptions.
No interceptions, took care of it. Yeah, he was a little otherworldly.
There's McVay. There's McVay. Yeah! Let's go, McVay! Never mind, Doug Peterson. McVay, what the heck did you do in the Super Bowl? We're calling him that. A nice stop. Try to get release the goalie. The goalie. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, you see that. Here we go, here we go. ET! No first. No first.
The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 17 carries, 96 yards.
They get a nice scheme going right now.
Let's go! Oof.
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to
Oh my god, if New York wins the next 2 games, they might be able to make the playoffs. Holy crap.
Well, I knew one thing, it wasn't his primary target, at least it didn't look like it.
Come here, boy.
Turned out to be the play they needed.
Nope. Was it only 1 game today? Like, Jesus. It's Sunday. It should be like 5 games. God. I don't care about the Giants anymore. Show me a different game. There we go! I knew there was another game.
is making offensive linemen take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there,
No,
that's it. Good luck trying to block in and keep him from disrupting.
It's my quarterback. I'm like, God dang it. God dang it. Yep. There goes 5 yards. Oh my God, it's so super. There goes 5 yards.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Throwing on third. Gone.
What the heck was that?
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as
Boy, what was that? Here you go, here you go.
those things, but once you get to game speed,
Come on, boy.
it doesn't always time up quite that well.
So.
One goes incomplete.
Oh crap. Don't worry, boys, we'll get back, we'll get back. Oh God. Oh, Jeffrey. Let's go.
The numbers for Jeffrey from last week. I asked him before the games, did you know that you were close to 200 last week? He said, oh yeah, I knew I was right on the doorstep, just short of it, but a touchdown as well. Heck of a game.
I like that he was honest. They always know. They keep track in their head. They understand their yardage. But how'd you like to be the defense this week? This was after the catch. Put him on the ground.
Terrible pass. Terrible.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that point. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they took the big shot downfield, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense.
Throws it deep. Caught Jeffrey. Jeffrey. First down, Eagles. Let's go.
Reaches the 27. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Hey, I was really impressed with that last
Look good.
we saw when they went through 2-minute drill. When they went through different situations. Ball hard to the ground, and I thought,
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They go play action here on first
That's what I'm doing now.
This will be caught just inside.
Oh, come on.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down. At the
Here we go, here we go.
The completion good for 3 and it's second down.
I think that's a good example that not all tight ends are created
Shut
equal.
up!
Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it,
Oh, what a catch.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. That's what good for only a couple that brings up third down.
well, the strategy was everything there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
It's. Get to Earth. I'm gonna try and get to Earth. Aguilar in motion.
From the gun.
Throws it deep. Caught touchdown.
Man, open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz.
There we go, baby.
His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say
Here we go.
tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? That's in the film session. I just look at the coach and say, really? You're only going to yell at me? You go cover him.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to put it away.
No doubt we took my offense right here. The punter makes this, guys. is this? He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. So
Oh.
and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive. Poor punter. Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's some guys that we have to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run it now.
Oh my God.
He's immediately taken down the line of scrimmage. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and they think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense just going to gang up on the run.
Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball.
Get up, baby. Get up.
Every time a pass is thrown,
I'm supposed to. Oh, crap.
good defensive position, able to affect the play.
He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. And along with the rest of his offensive mates, here comes Zach Ertz. The numbers for him, and 1,000 yards, obviously well within his sights, barring injury.
Caught. First down. First down, baby.
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, you know, allocating extra resources, trying to stop a guy of his own. But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his
What a
way
200 yards. Oh my God.
And he doesn't want any less passes to come to his direction.
60-yard field goal.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he
One of
releases
those field goal.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete.
That's not me.
Trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 2nd down. Well, go ahead and mark that down as one of the most bizarre first down calls in the history of the National Football League. And it backfires.
But we've seen a lot of
first down.
Yeah, you're right. And we've seen a lot of innovation throughout the years.
Caught. There we go.
The catch is made. They give him a gain of 37.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
There you go.
Puts this one through. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down.
Oh, Gurley's injured.
In this situation,
Yeah, baby. We're playing CJ Anderson now, that's the thing. I can't tell. No, Kelly.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Gone.
Get up! Oh, I'm so close to sacking.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming. The first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now.
There we go! Oh, whoa. Oh.
Last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately. I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film studies.
Holy crap.
Because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too bad.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points.
Oh my god. Okay, how'd that happen?
His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Huh. I'm sorry. What? What's that? Okay, I'm sorry.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
I can't talk because my sister's sleeping. So she's going to watch me play. And I'm going to let the mic off. Alright, see you guys next time. Just watch.
Partner, they're up big. They snapped the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT. Yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Now, I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking. Able to establish themselves, control the game by running it, have to touch it multiple times in order to have success in this game.
As we say, yeah, that's right. As we say all the time, that sets up the passing game. I feel like a broken record with that.
Listen, we can be broken records all we want. Bottom line is, lather up that big horse and let him run.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Derek Barnett in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. 3rd and long. It's gone. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Throwing to start the drive. Dennis. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. Shifts past him at the 45. And all the way to the opposite 45. It's a big play there for the Eagles. And even 50 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Ertz has it left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, Dennis. That is caught at the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Operating from the gun. Dennis, flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Doug Peterson says, go for two here.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Detroit, Detroit.
Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Who goes it on? 180.
They begin with a run by Davis. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the visiting Chargers who were able to come in and steal one on the road. Phillip Rivers leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Let's stay in the AFC West as we check on the Broncos at home in Denver. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Case Keenum, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. And finally on Christmas Eve, Monday Night Football, the last one of the year. No Monday Nighter in Week 17. We've got the Broncos and Raiders from Oakland.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now the rookie from Tennessee, John Kelly. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They won't throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
And Zerline's kick is good. And they'll make a small dent in that big deficit as it's down to 27. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Goff now to throw. Setting up the screen to Kelly. 8 yards on the screen there.
They come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have the football at the 20-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, Dennis. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And now look at him go. A big play there on the catch and run. 78 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Cooper on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Throwing on first down. Dennis. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, Dennis. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Eagles continue to roll.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. Cooper on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reynolds. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. First target, first catch at a first down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now Goff on first down. His throw incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Goff throwing again. And that's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And the Rams with a score. Touchdown.
That's been a tough day, but they finally were able to get one into the end zone, and maybe the offense will feel a little bit better about itself going into next week.
And if you're a coach taking that into next week, I know you're upset, but it is a little bit more respectable, somewhat of a moral victory, right?
Yeah, they probably won't say a lot of that to the team, but it is true. It's something for them to build on, and then they can call their mom and tell her, hey, Mom, for your fantasy points, we got you a few down the stretch.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the kick. And that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, little 360. Space to run past the 20. And all the way down to the 5. That one 28 yards on the ground. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Off the play fake. Dennis, a dump off to Sproles. And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. And if you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. And as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space. So you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
The first time I saw Marcus Peters is in a practice session when he's at the University of Washington. I literally was watching someone else.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Looking to throw. Dennis, and he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. And is there bad blood here? I mean, and go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And right now, a lot to like on that screen. They've wrapped up the division, now currently sitting in the coveted number 2 spot. Of course, you want one. You'd love number 1, but if you can't have one, number 2 is pretty good. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Time for a break. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Black 20.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Here's Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Sproles, the return. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting him out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. And they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll try to run with a J. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Off play action. Dennis. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
Goff now looking to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Philadelphia, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston.
See you guys next time. I'll see you guys next time when we play the Texans.